Good morning, man. Welcome to the Good Morning Man podcast with your guy, me. It's Rolling with Roll. You're funny, witty, wise, understanding, positive energy giver guy, Rolling with Roll. And the purpose of the Good Morning Man podcast is to help you become more enlightened, encouraged, and empowered, primarily based on what I have learned and what I'm learning in my own personal journey and what I can learn from you. Because without you, there's no we. And we got to have a we because there's no I in team. T-E-A-M. Now, when I was getting ready to decide how do I introduce the Good Morning Man podcast here on that you're watching, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And as I was sitting thinking of that, and I was writing in my journal, which I write in script and format my show, I just thought what a great episode it would be to freestyle it and just talk about authenticity, because that is what drives a show. That is what drives me, and that is what can drive you and each of us to our best selves, to help us become a better person, to help us to get to where we strive to be, where we want to be, to choose the right circle of friends, to get rid of the old ones. It's all of those things drive or go back to being authentic. I was sitting, I'm thinking, how do I jump on, and get this show going? Because in my head, and in a lot of the heads of people, when we are trying to do something that we have to present to others, we like to be perfect. We like to be perfect. And being perfect, from what I've read from other people who are successful, like Les Brown, one of the world's greatest motivational speakers, he said that perfection is obsolete, is not true. We will never be perfect. You will never be perfect. I will never be perfect. But we can seek perfection. But the growth and the success is in progression. You started here and now you're there. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what Drake was delivering in that track. Shout out to you, Drake. And I was sitting and I'm writing and I'm thinking, what do I want to say to let you know what type of show is the Good Morning Man podcast? How do I want to present it? Do I want to be funny? What do I say? What don't I say? All of these things that push against my authentic me. Just get in front of the camera, Romero, and do what you got to do. Just let the people see you, because that's where why people like you exist. But when you get on the camera, it's different. When you're looking at yourself, you have to realize that that's you. This is me. I'm talking and I'm looking at me. So I just decided today I was just gonna go for it. This is what it's gonna be. This is the first episode I'm gonna drop. This is gonna be it, with all the errors included, because the errors are a part of me and they only get better once you start. So this podcast is for those who want to be, empowered. And when I say empowered, I mean giving you tools that I've learned, tools that I've found, things that I've read, what has worked, what hasn't worked, and just letting you know what it did for me. Because keep in mind now, what works for you may not quite, work for me. And what works for me, it might not work for you. But if we can put our minds together, we can empower each other, right? And when I say be enlightened, it's helping you see the light inside of you, helping you hear or understand a perspective maybe that you didn't know that you needed to have, to help you change your mindset, to change how you might respond to something, or how you may respond to something, and the value of you. There is power in the mind, and what we tell it, what we flush out, and what we take in. Just like when you go to the bathroom, you're glad to get rid of a lot of shit. We have to do the same thing with our mind. We have to flush out some shit, and then we have to add some other stuff back. You get it? Come on, man. roll with your boy. And then it also says to be encouraged. And when I say be encouraged, I want you to know that no matter the situation, it's going to be okay. You have to encourage yourself. Now, I am having to encourage myself, but in that encouragement, I can also encourage you. I can also push you, motivate you, and give you things that will brighten your day and how to brighten someone else's day. But most importantly, you. And I'm starting now, on my way to where I want to be. But it starts now. This is a success for me at this point. You have to set your own milestones and what does it really, really mean for you. That's this show in a nutshell. Now, as far as authenticity, I think it's important. Different people get different parts of me. I figured it out. In my past, I would adapt. And adaptation is good. The ability to adapt, to know, different environments might require different levels of decorum, if you will. I'm not gonna go to a black tie affair, and do things outside of the decorum of that event. So, but I've also learned that I don't have to turn down being my authentic self in these places. I just have to understand who and what is my authentic self. Because I'm funny as hell. Trust me. Some people get it, some people don't. But the majority of the time, I am hilarious. I am funny. I radiate a good energy. Some people receive it, some people don't. Those are things I've learned I can't worry about. Neither can you. We just must put our best foot forward in ourselves. And the hardest part about being authentic is what is authentically me. And what I'm learning on this way, what flows easier for me to do, what works best for me without resistance, what doesn't harm others, what brings happiness to me, does that happiness translate into others that I'm around, do I brighten their day, things like that, because I can't control my external. You can't control your external, but we can control us. And I can be my authentic self. Like if I let someone make me angered or upset, my reaction is my choice. It's not saying I'm not being authentic, but that choice is mine. And that's just what we have to do. You're gonna have to do it. And it started with me wanting to do better. So start there. Want to be better. What do you want out of life? What do you want out of you? What is your purpose? What is drive? What is your purpose? Take time, stop, reflect. How did I get here? Why am I here? What can I do going forward? And where do I want to go? And why? That why is critical, because that why will drive everything that you do to creating this better you. We all have childhood dreams. We didn't come into this world inauthentic. We started hiding parts of us because of environmental factors around us that affected us. What people said to you, what people didn't say to you, how you were treated, how you were raised, the family values of those raising you, the religious values of those raising you. All those things come here. It's just like, what do we do? Who am I? But we can fix that now. It starts now. It starts with you making a choice that I want to be better. I want to be authentic. I want to be my best self. I want to live my best life. I want to live a full, purpose-driven life. And it takes a lot. And those are some of the topics and things we're going to get into on the Good Morning Man podcast here, that I'm going to cover with you. I'm going to cover topics where I dive into some of my own personal tragedies and my own personal downfalls, my own personal mistakes of what has happened to me. But I'm also going to share my resiliency and how that resiliency can also work for you and what it takes for you to just change that mind. Change your mindset, change your life. Yeah. So I'm glad that you're here. I hope that you can lock me in. It's going to be on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. That's at Good Morning Maine. It's on TikTok. It's Good Morning Maine 1. But everything else is Good Morning Maine. That's GOODMORNINGMANE. Shout out to Memphis for the Maine. It's the Good Morning Maine. What you got? Rolling with Roll. Let's go. Let's be empowered, encouraged, and enlightened. And remember, every day is a good day, man, when you create it in your mind. See you next time.